I'm Sam Slator from FundCalibre. I'm here today with Nick Martin, manager of elite-rated Polar Capital Global Insurance Fund. Hi, Nick.
Hi, nice to see you.
What type of insurance companies do you invest in?
We spent now 20 years or so with the running the fund, and the predominant focus has always been throughout those 2 decades on the non-life or property casualty insurance sector. We can invest within the life insurers, but we choose not to do that. So we do have that non-life focus, but that really spans a whole spectrum between sort of personal lines in terms of people's car insurance, home insurance, but for us more importantly commercial lines. So that's the business that's bought by the corporates themselves, whether that's protecting factories, their people, employees, product liabilities, a whole spectrum of insurance. So a lot more than just meerkats.
And why should an investor think about putting money into the insurance sector?
Yeah, fantastic question. In some ways, if you just looked at the aggregate returns of the insurance industry overall, and I include within that not just non-life property casualty but life insurance as well, you'd probably look at those returns and think, I don't really want any of that. Thank you very much, because actually in the aggregate it's a very mediocre industry at best. But what's particularly interesting about insurance is one where the dispersion between the good and bad is huge, and that lends itself very nicely to stock picking. I would say that to some degree you would say, but I think if you looked at something like an industry ETF, I think the returns would be very challenging over any long-term time horizon. So the other thing to remember is that insurance is an incredibly valuable part of the sort of the workings of any economy. Ships don't sail, planes don't fly, nothing. Your Amazon parcel doesn't get delivered without insurance being there, and it really sort of it's the oil that greases world trade. And if you look at it in terms of what it does, I mean, most insurance is not a nice to have product. It's a compulsory purchase in a lot of situations. Think of your own car and home insurance. Businesses, management teams would be they wouldn't last very long if they didn't properly insure their own employees or factories and assets and everything else. So there's a real resilience in terms of insurance demand, and I think for investors' portfolios who want some diversification against some choppy waters in financial markets, if history is any guide, insurance and our fund has been a pretty good place to be.
Thank you very much. That was really interesting. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
If you want to learn more about the Polar Capital Global Insurance Fund, please go to fundcalibre.com.